Cut the circulation off. Oh, yeah. Don't touch me.
And that's why we should mute a microphone right there, because clatter in the background separates from the music playing and everything else. Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is the American Car Classics radio program, and I'm Kenny Schofield, and I have some misfits with me.
Don't touch me.
He thinks he's Major Tom, and he thinks he's floating in outer space. And if you came in like we did here to the studio tonight, you might think you are too, at least time traveling back to the 50s, huh, Mike?
Yeah, it looks like the Back to the Future car.
Right on, right on. Mike Carano,
Hey.
Steve Charbonneau,
What's up?
Todd Byron. Bryce, put the beer down. We don't think you should have it.
Don't touch me. Don't ever touch me.
Yeah, there you go.
It's always convenient to have a scapegoat.
I wish
That
you
was
guys could have
Alex,
remembered that.
who had a Barracuda, right? Alex had a 65
Right,
Barracuda.
yeah, he had a 71 or 72.
71?
Yeah,
Okay.
not
Yeah,
75,
don't touch me.
7, yeah.
Don't ever touch me.
Don't touch him.
Ever touch me?
Good
Well, you
times,
were
man.
rubbing his belly. He didn't like that.
No,
he
I
touched his
arm.
hand.
Yeah,
Oh, I
just
thought it was your
because,
ba-
no, the
I
Mike,
thought it was his belly. You would
No.
He just
I was
rubbed
like,
him a
thank you,
little bit
thank you for
by.
backing that up, because now I've got proof that there was a witness.
Well, dude, I was sitting
Wow.
right next to him. I'm like, you touch your hands. They ain't like he's got cooties or something. This is back before COVID.
Yeah, this is like,
That was
yeah.
5 years ago.
He
Yeah.
probably knew COVID was coming.
He knew it was coming, yeah.
Yeah. He probably sensed all that.
He didn't last long after that, right?
No, he quit pretty much.
He quit right after. After Kenny touched him, he quit.
That's what you get when you mess with me, brother. Ooh. Yeah, so that's Randy Savage. Now, Randy Savage, he actually was killed on the street that I used to live on 112th in Largo, Florida.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
He was killed?
Well, he died. He had a
Died.
heart attack, but he hit a tree and it, wrecked his wife and the car and all the other shit, whatever. Yeah. So, hey, so anyway, this is a car program, and as much as that was a car accident talking about Randy Savage that Todd was going, ooh, yeah, snap into a Slim Jim on.
Yeah.
Do
I
it.
didn't know he died.
Do it. Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Watch TV.
Like
That's
10
right. He doesn't
10
have
years?
cable. He don't
10
watch
years?
anything.
You've got a cell phone.
He don't
Yeah,
watch TV on
I
his
ain't
cell
in-
phone.
I don't
You don't
look at
scroll
stuff
through-
like
He
some
works
phone
all
back.
day, comes home, has to tend the sheep and the chickens and the turkeys and the cars. Look at all
But
the
he
cars.
died before Elon Musk was a name.
I mean, look at all look. He's got the EBGBs
Yeah.
going
Something
on. I
crawling
don't
my
know what-
back. I'm like, what the hell?
He's got chiggers. He's got chiggers from out in the woods.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not touching him today.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we've got a
We're
good
gonna
show
stop
going
that.
on. I've got some stuff out of Mecum. We've got our Mecum results going on.
Oh.
There's a winner,
Yeah.
maybe not so surprising, but there's a constant winner in all of this. So what that tells me is that when we go to an auction, we should all trust this person to say you're at a limit or that's
so
a good
in other
buy.
words, you won. Is that what it is?
Not me, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm tied with you.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. But we've got some news out of NASCAR, and we've got some vintage car help going on, and a couple other news stories. But the way we start this out is always with a little bit of roundtable talk. So you guys, the three of you, went to Mecum auction on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
You took Ron Smith with you.
Yep.
And Paulie.
And Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
And who went with you, Babs?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and me.
Who went? You? Oh, you rode with them?
Yep.
Yep.
That's a motley crew, huh?
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah. We were
We
like,
had a lot of laughs. We
Yeah.
had we met up with Tom Gore
yeah.
Okay.
up there. We met up with my son. My son drove down from his house.
Okay.
So we had a good time.
Very cool. Who bought a car?
None of us.
Nobody.
I thought Todd was going to pull the trigger on a car or a truck, actually.
I even tried to push it and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, we were pushing him.
I even know offered to go a half.
How many trailers did you have with you? 2?
3.
3
We had
trailers?
three- yeah, we
'Cause
had-
Tom brought his?
Tom bought his.
Oh, we had 2 trailers and a transport attack.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I brought my transport.
Every excuse in the world, and you let them down?
It was a nice,
Well,
it was a nice truck. I thought it was a nice truck.
Yeah, it was an all right truck. It's just,
The more we looked at it, the more we found.
Yeah.
the more you, and right now I don't need a project.
As you see,
I've got
there's plenty
projects
of projects in this.
and I really got to get on these projects.
What are we doing about the price of eggs, Todd?
I'm not doing anything. I'm doing pretty damn good, honestly, Mr. Schofield.
Paying off like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get yourself a couple
Damn.
chickens, you don't have to ever worry about the price of
Yeah,
eggs.
we
Well,
got
now he
That's
got.
what he's got.
We've probably got 80 of them.
I was going to say 60 dozen.
They keep growing.
They do keep growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
There's one little lucky chicken out there just getting away with murder.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we had a good time Sunday. We looked at a lot of nice cars.
Yeah.
At least I thought so. The $1 million car was a little tough to spend all that money on that GTO.
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
it
of
was
money
the holy
for that
grail,
GTO,
man.
I
But
thought it
that
was, yeah.
car, gosh.
Told you,
I-
Pontiac, Buick, and Olds, it takes a special person.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this was a collection.
One of 7.
Yeah, but this was a collection of Pontiacs that a guy owned. He is the king of Pontiacs,
Right.
apparently. And this was not his collection, but this was a good portion of what he had.
All the Ram F4s that he had.
All of them.
And this one was, one of 7. I was just surprised that it was restored. And,
Yeah.
And it got $1 million.
Yeah, because the other one,
Yeah.
that one blue one, was not restored.
Right. There was an
But
original one.
it really didn't do better than restored ones did.
No. Yeah, I mean, the $1 million one was
The
was,
plain looking one
was
with the
beautiful.
yeah. I
It was
like
a
that
beautiful-
car.
They called it patina, but it was
Yeah.
just an older paint job.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of nice vehicles.
Yeah. I mean,
C10s.
we walked around that bid
Yeah.
goes on lot 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, what was weird was there's some that was, the price on them were just, like that 57, the Post one I was looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like that car. I would have liked to pull probably if that would have been a car to buy.
Yeah.
But we were right at that dollar spectrum of where I wouldn't be able to sell it to make more
And
money.
where was it? 48?
No, it was what 55.
55.
Yeah.
55.
That is a
So
limit.
But it was nice.
It
I mean,
was really
It was like
nice.
almost like a Resto Modish.
Yeah.
But
it was like the stock. It didn't have all the bling bling
Right.
to it. Post model, 3 on the tree.
Those are two
Dog
things that
dish
hurt the car.
hubcaps and all.
Right.
Yeah.
But overall it was a really nice restoration.
But he wanted more than 55, and that's why the bid went on.
right.
Yeah.
I saw one sell for 70, a 57 no post, a black one,
Yeah.
the week before.
We've seen a couple of them in the bid goes on lot where
Yeah.
they stopped out at 35.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tried to pull a Todd on a 55 Chevy. I was like, this one goes 50 or under. I'm taking it home. And I think it went for like 250 or 275. I'm like, screwed myself on that one.
Yeah.
Hey,
I even tried to help with the 57 and try to push him along. And he's like,
yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's like that the Bronco with the Coyote motor.
right.
You
That
know,
was nice. Yeah.
I really thought that I don't know. I think it went for 100 and
I think close to 100. Did it go over 100?
yeah, it went
Did
like
it?
130 or something.
Was it?
I was
Yeah,
thinking 125 was a number
Yeah.
in my head.
Oh yeah.
Did you all know about the Bronco that was being donated by the Gary Sinise Foundation? This has a Bronco that was done that Chip Foose did work on, that he got a bunch of big people to contribute a lot of parts and stuff and all that.
Is this the blue and silver one?
It was the blue one with the red and white stripe down the side, had a bunch of Army patches on the side. Chip got this thing, and he did a lot of stuff to it. It was a 21 Ford First Edition Bronco. It was customized by Chip. It went on with no reserve, all for charity. And Dana Mecum came out on the floor when it stalled at $270,000. And Chip went up and said, hey, look, I'm going to pull this out. And he pulled out the original drawing of his concept of building this. He said, I own every single one that I've ever drawn. The first picture of a car, I own every single one. I'm going to give this to whoever buys this. And somebody on the microphone, an auctioneer, said, I think that's probably $100,000. And Dana went out to the floor and he got on this guy and he brought it to 300 real quick. And then Dana stood up on the chair and the guy said, for standing on the chair, I'll give you another 50. And $350,000.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice Bronco. It was over by where the $1 million GTO was, right underneath that tent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, I looked at it, I was like, man, all this Army stuff was all over it. And
Right.
I mean, it looked all right.
Well, we know $250,000 of that is a charitable donation
Absolutely.
to a great cause, first responders and all. But it's good to see these things happen and bring out. When I was there the first day of the auction, we watched somebody auction off a helmet that was for charity and brought $10,000.
Right.
And then to go from that to $350,000.
I mean, I've seen,
Crazy.
I've been there where I've seen guys, they'll bid up to, $100,000 for a car for charity,
And then,
donate it back.
yeah.
And then it goes through again.
Yeah.
Right after.
I've seen them sell for 2 or 3 times anyway.
Yeah.
And that's great when that happens.
Yeah.
But then the other thing was in the bid goes on lot. Like we were looking at that blue truck, 27.5. It's like, okay, it needed to be painted. So what? It had an LS3 in it.
Right.
But the rest of the truck was old.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how much do you think you're going to get? And then we watched that.
The red one,
the red extended cab, you know, it got up to 27.5, and it's like just a stock truck with 170,000 miles on it. It was definitely clean,
Yeah.
but it's like 27.5. I mean, what are you going to get for that? It's just a stock GMC truck on a Beltec lowering kit with wheels.
Yeah.
I sent Todd 2 pictures during Friday night or something like that. Both 1970 C10s. One was green. The bid went on at $150,000, and the burgundy one sold for $170,000.
That truck was nice, though.
What do you have in it that brought $170,000?
LS swap, man.
I know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it was this year.
It's an Art
Yeah.
Morris chassis. It's everything. Okay, I've got 4 LSs with the 4L60, 4L80s right in my shop. I should just go build them and start throwing them in everything I own and just make an assload of money because that's how it's going to go?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Well, an Art Morris
ridiculous,
chassis
man.
is $25,000.
Every
that chassis alone.
And that's bare, Todd.
This-
Say it. It's a rolling bare chassis.
Yeah.
No
No-
purchase,
yeah.
no nothing.
Assembly required.
Yeah.
And you got,
Yeah.
And we looked at that red and black square body,
Right.
86 square body, like the one I
Yeah.
got in my garage. Just mine's a step side. This one's a fleet side. I mean, it was okay. It had some runs in the paint. It had some dings, some dents. Underneath the hood was done nicely. You know, nothing over the top. Stock interior.
Small block.
Yeah, 383.
Okay.
Nothing special. 400. I think it was 455 horse, fast burn, 383. $95,000.
Yeah.
And it looks like they just rattle canned the frame and stuff. You know, there's like the inside of the frame wasn't done and all that. $95,000. If that truck brought 95, my orange truck better bring more because I'm coming with a 600 plus horsepower big block.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a stick.
So what was the stance? Was it high or low?
Just a 3-inch. It was a 3-inch rough country
yeah.
lift of
So
all.
it had a little lift. It wasn't dropped down.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't it
Up on
was-
33s.
Yeah, it was a truck. You know.
I got pictures of it. And it was like,
But
What I
people
missed.
take trucks and turn them into cars by ruining the suspension and lowering them too much. And then people jack them up so high, they're almost useless. Well, we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to go on a quick break. You won't even notice and enjoy the music. We'll be right back. This is the American Car Classics radio program.
so there was a-
Don't try to hide, baby, 'cause I'll find you on this land.
Hey, everybody, welcome back, man. I was jamming out and doing a little bit of paperwork. I feel like a teacher up here sometimes. Let's get ready to educate and whatever else you want to say. This is the American Car Classics radio program. I'm Kenny Schofield. With me is Todd Byron, Steve Charbonneau, and Mike Carano, and we're going to get right back into it. So you just don't know what a car is going to go for. It's the crowd.
Yeah.
It's the time of day.
It's the
Absolutely.
ACD startup, dude.
Right.
Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
Let's
Every-
get you going.
It does get
It's
you
like,
going.
You walk in there and you're like, I'm ready to spend $200,000. Where's it? Where's my checkbook? Yeah, no.
When we went to Chattanooga and they play that, they turn the lights off, they throw the strobes on, drop a couple fucking balloons. You got 80-year-old men out there acting like kids.
Yeah.
No.
And you know it's true. It's the hype, man. It brings
Yeah.
it in.
Hypes you up. Yeah.
So what do you think the optimum time to buy a car is at an auction?
mid-afternoon.
Yeah. Probably mid-afternoon.
After
lunch. Everybody's ready. Yeah,
Settling in.
between 2 and 5. They don't want to be there after dinner. You're trying to get it, and then we saw cars that were in the bid goes on lot that on Tuesday. You probably could have made money on them if you bought them. But as like we were sitting down on Sunday when we were there, that if you bought the car, you're not going to make any money on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to Mecum to buy a car to make money on it.
but
If you're
some
going to
do.
buy, yeah, but some people, they go from auction to auction to auction.
Right.
Yeah, the guy that bought the Tom Gore 67 Camaro, he bought, was it 8 or 10 cars?
8 cars that day. He was going up to Canada.
That car pulled less money than mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't
But
believe
in the 40s. I think
Yep.
45.
Yeah, it was in
right?
I think he let it go. 48, I think. That Camaro. right?
47, I thought.
Yeah,
47?
but right around the same, but
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit less. Yeah. So I did some some tallying. For the last month, we've been kind of going through a little bit of bidding ourselves as to what's been going on. I've just tossed Mike a little bit of news story for later in the show, and I don't know if he's seen that or not.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna jump in here and give a little bit of results.
Yeah, I don't know about these.
I know.
Yeah.
So
That's junk.
You don't have your glasses on. You
these
can't
four
see
cars
anything.
that we did last week, that was a little bit of a surprise on some of that. This was the 1941, and I don't think Bryce has all that stuff, so we're not going to worry about it. But we picked on a 1941 Willys Coupe Gasser. Remember that Gasser? And we did bids. Mike, Steve, Todd, Kenny.
Zoom tight.
This was
Allergic to that electric bullshit car.
This is one that we let Bryce in. I love that. And that's the story for later. So this Gasser, it went to the bid goes on. It brought 47,000. Mike, you said 45. Steve said 42. Todd said 55. I said 61, and Bryce said 55. And it got 47, and it went to the bid goes on.
Right.
So we were all right within the numbers.
Yeah, we were right there.
We were all right there. It just wasn't enough money for what the owner had to get out of it.
I guess they
because that's good money for that car.
Yeah, and then they could fudge around with the percentage to get it to where they want.
Yeah, but why didn't the guy release a reserve?
I don't know. There was a lot of cars that
that
was in the bid goes on lot that I thought they should have let go.
Guy might have 150 grand.
And he might have had so much money. So this is dumb that people are sinking that much. I talked to Tom Minnick, with the 57 Chevy.
Yeah.
He bought that car for 100 grand. No, he bought it for 125.
Which car?
The old 57 Chevy. The one that he had, the red big console that he sold.
He sold it.
For 100 grand.
Yeah, but he traded with his first Corvette.
No, he traded for that old
the 57 Chevy he had.
Yeah.
He traded with a guy because Tom had a brand new Corvette that he couldn't get in and out of.
Okay.
So he traded the Corvette
for the Oldsmobile.
For the 57 Chevy.
Okay, but when he just sold that and bought that race
Pontiac, 57 Pontiac, right?
Right. So I think he got 100 grand. He said he got 100 grand for that car. He paid 125. He lost 25 grand in it. He said, "Ken, I don't do it about it. Ain't nothing about the money.
Yeah,
it's the fun of having it and do it." He said, "I'm getting ready to put an LS in that car.
Yeah,
that one of one
NASCAR
LS." I said, "But Tom, what about you? Don't?" He's like, "No."
Yeah, he don't care. He doesn't care.
Unbelievable. 1979 Chevy Camaro Z28. This is lot L8, and it was blue. It was a 5.7 liter black interior automatic.
Well, it's on the screen. There you go.
That car was clean.
We had bids.
Nice.
We had bids from Mike at 28, Steve at 25.8, Todd at 29, and me at 31. It sold for 24.2, making the winner Steve Charbonneau.
Yeah, so it actually sold for less.
It sold for less.
Yeah.
Than anyone thought.
It sold.
And
talking. You said 24.2.
Yeah.
That's with the 10%. So it actually sold for 22,000.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow. Yeah. All these sold for less because this has the commissions on the end.
It wasn't a T-top car. If that was a T-top 4-speed car,
it probably would have sold a little bit.
This is 1971 Chevy Suburban Custom. This was a 5.7 liter Chevy small block automatic transmission, blue on blue. This is the one that you saw the door changing that you didn't like. The gap or something, the line. Mike went in at 45. Steve was in at 47. Todd went in at 52, and I said 48. It got to 30,000, and the bid goes on.
Yeah,
that thing was rough.
Yeah.
You saw it from a picture,
right?
No, it was rough in person.
In person. Yeah, we saw a lot of.
There was a lot of fitment issues with that thing.
Yeah.
The 1937 Ford sedan delivery. This is lot L29, and it was black with a light purple and dark purple interior. Remember that one that had the two-tone purple? Well, you're looking at it, right?
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
350 Chevy small block with automatic transmission. Mike was 55, Steve was 52, Todd was 53, and I was 49.
It went that high?
30,000. The bid goes on.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah,
I bidded first on it, and I was kind of thinking it was Jazz, even with the interior being like it was. I thought this car is going to be something, and it wasn't. Oh, surprise of the auction. This is the 1978 AMC AMX. That ugly pig.
Yeah, it would.
That ugly pig.
Do we have that one? There it is.
Mike said 16, Steve said 12, Todd said 17, and I said 22, and it sold for $29,700.
Wow.
Dumbass.
on a car.
That's big money, man.
Now that's crazy.
Look
You know
at
what it
it.
is? It's got to be rare.
None of us, Mike,
Yeah.
you would not buy that
No,
car.
I would not buy that car. Not for 29.
And you've got an AMC.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the small little engine in it. I don't know. I don't get
Ain't
it.
it in
I
like
said to
six
you
or something.
It's got to be rare.
Didn't they have
Straight
an
gotta be.
Straight
straight six?
And
Yeah.
I went high because I said there's a seat for every butt and a butt for every seat. And I swear that's going to sell.
And it
just-
doesn't say whether it's four-wheel drive or not.
How many do you see?
I think they're all
When was the last
four-wheel
time you
drive,
saw
though,
one
I
for
think
sale?
I think when they got to that year, the AMC Eagles or whatever the AMX
Yeah.
Eagles, I think they were all four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
It
that's what
doesn't
I'm
say-
thinking.
Yeah.
The 1978 Bryce Ford Pinto wagon. This was lot L8.
Oh, that was my dream car. I really thought about
The shag.
And
Right.
I-
But
there
You're going
was
to
a-
make me look at this
It was
thing again?
It was the four-cylinder with
Yeah.
4,000 actual miles.
No, that's a nice
And
car.
Todd went in at 17,000.
Yeah.
I know.
I said 22,000. Steve, you came in at 13,500.
Right.
You just didn't believe in this car at all.
Right.
And Mike came in the highest at $28,000.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's like
Look at it.
new,
It
man.
looks brand new.
It sold for 22.
22.
I hit it on the dot with
Hit it on
commissions.
the nose.
But
Dumbass.
Mike went twice as high as you almost.
Yeah.
Over twice.
Well, because I know what people are trying to get out of these
I do
things,
too.
You know?
Did you see the 69 Pontiac Safari wagon?
No, I didn't see that one.
$70,000.
Yeah. I mean, wagons, there was a lot of wagons there.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of wind.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
would
what that
love one.
Ford Bronco went for. What that custom F100 Bronco everything was. Remember that silver thing, the gray?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Bryce, we're going to go to F145.1. This is a 1970 Plymouth Hemi Superbird. Now, we saw those 20 winged cars go off. They were
Right.
gorgeous. One of
Yeah.
them went for $1.3 million.
Yeah.
After commissions, it's $1.43 million. So this was Mike at $650,000, Todd at $780,000, Steve at $725,000, and I went lowest. I went second lowest for Mike at $705,000. It did sell for $742,500. $742,000.
Wow.
Steve won that. He was
742.
off less than 20 grand. So
Nice.
that was a big sell on that.
Two of those didn't even make it to the stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't start
No.
up and run
No, they
What?
guy walked up to him and bought him right there
before the auction.
before he went on stage.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
That's what they do.
Well, how do you not say I wanted to buy that and you just infringed my rights on this and I want?
I
my-"
guess he got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone wants it bad enough. That stupid ass excursion that was made, it was a tank. It sold before it got on the stage.
Yeah.
Did it
I
not?
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it
That's
never
possible.
went-
How is that
Yeah.
possible?
It never went to the stage.
How does that happen?
That one went the plum crazy one of those, and the black one didn't even make it to the stage. I dropped my car. Me and Tom were looking at him.
But that's an auction.
Doesn't matter. They got what they wanted. They still get their commission.
Yeah.
Just like I found out
But
about
they
the.
advertised it for sale at the auction, and I was there to buy that car.
Yeah, but you know what? He might have offered more than what they were asking, and he said, "You know what? This is what I'm willing to pay if you stop it right now."
But I bought a ticket to come to the auction to buy that car. You
Gone.
Boy, you don't mean nothing to them.
Listen,
You just small town.
the whole
right.
no reserve thing.
if I wasn't small,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, the whole
and
no.
really shared a bathroom once.
Here, I'm gonna blow your mind.
Yes, to this.
The no reserve thing is bullshit.
Okay.
That's right.
We watched a couple guys about throwing fist fights because they lost 90 grand. One guy lost 125 grand. I watched the guy go behind us when I was in the whole catastrophe getting the car checked in. Bid went on. Nobody was bidding on his car. I'm not selling my car for that. Guy's losing his mind. 30 grand, 35 grand. Bought his car back for 35. He go in the office. He that's my car. He says, I had no reserve, but I wouldn't let it go for 35. You got to pay the Mecum fees and the penalty, and it's your car.
Get it back.
To buy your own car back,
Yeah.
which is what I thought somebody would do with the Bugatti.
That was a
I mean, you're going in for
flop.
300 grand and,
Yeah.
and it's a $3 million car. I'll buy my own car back. Screw all y'all. I'll buy my own car back.
Yeah.
The next one, listen, those Mustang Shelbys, the GT350.
There was a lot.
They were beautiful cars. The 1965 Shelby GT350 Fastback. And if I'm going to say it out loud, this is probably my favorite Mustang of all Mustangs is that 66, 67, 65 Fastback. The GT350 more than the 500. I just loved them.
Right.
Mike came in at 190. Todd came in at 220. Steve came in at $300,000. I came in at $250,000. It sold for $400,000.
Wow.
Oh no, it didn't sell. The bid goes on at $400,000.
400, so it's still going.
But
Wow.
but Steve, yeah. So Steve got highest at $300,000.
Must have been the signature from Carroll Shelby on that car to put it a little
Right.
top.
The
yeah.
Bugatti we were talking about, that 1936 Type 57 binder coupe, man. It says it sold. No reserve. Mike was 1.25 million. Steve or Todd was 1.3 million. I was 800,000. And Steve
flopped.
came in at 1.175, and I won that. But $308,000 for a car that we all thought was in the millions.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be.
Well, it's a Bugatti.
I mean, there was a.
Yeah, but it's one of the first ones ever made.
Yeah, there was a car under the tent that I thought.
You know
I couldn't believe that it got up
Featured
to
car.
Got up to
Featured
900, and the guy didn't sell it.
1989 Camaro IROC Z. This was a 5.7 liter automatic, white, gray, no T-tops.
Hey, who's the new owner of that car?
Mike came on at 35. Todd came in at 31. Steve came in at 25, and I came in at 27, and it sold for $19,250. Who owns that car?
Wasn't me, but I got yelled at because I opened the door. I was like, hey, it smells like brand new. And this guy come running over. He's like, hey, you know who the new owner of that car is? Who's the new owner?
Oh, he's like me?
And I was like, I don't know. He's like,
Is that the car?
well, then don't open the door and don't touch it.
Yeah,
That was a car?
Oh,
that was
my
the car.
gosh.
That was the one that was in the.
That's
the
all it
building.
sold for?
Yeah,
No.
and that was in a
1960
collection too.
Well, think about it.
Shit, it didn't have no models on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but they advertised that car as all original. We both know that car was
Oh,
painted.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
original. It had paint work. on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it had solvent pop all over the hood.
1966
tires might have
Chevy
been original.
C10 pickup. Hey, listen, this is I'm getting ready to buy one of them. I'm going to talk to you about that. 1966 Chevy C10 pickup.
This truck was nice.
This was being built
Yeah, it was
by
nice.
Ken Diggett was doing one. That's one right there. No, that's different than that one, but still the same right.
Yeah.
Mike went in at 35. Todd went in at 65. Steve went in at 70. I went in at 55. It sold for 66. Todd Byron wins one.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was a
Todd got
beautiful
one.
truck.
Holy moly.
It was a beautiful truck.
It was.
And what year is that?
A 66.
Yeah, that's what this one is. 66.
I saw a Hugger Orange 65 or 6 or something go through.
We looked at
Pickup.
that thing. We were both like, gotta be an internet.
Was it the
bidder.
one that ran Sunday?
Yeah.
It was Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was horrible.
The tape lines on
Was
that
it?
thing. Oh,
Dude,
man, it
the
was
rubber,
hideous.
They never took the
All right.
window rubbers
We're running
out
to
of
the
it.
end, right? We're trying to get close. Yeah, let's do a
Yeah,
break.
let's
We got
break.
one more segment left, so we're going to take a quick break. And Bryce is awesome for that. I got 4 Chevelles that we're going to see where the bidding went on that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think everyone's going to be a little bit surprised. American Car Classics. We'll be right back.
Coming at you like a ball of fire. You better let me be. And coming at you, a wings of desire. You better pin up on a chain on me now. I'm out of your trail now, baby. And nothing you can do. I'm coming to get you. All right.
Yeah. Man. And I got some great soul beat. Man, I love this shit, dude. It's like I don't listen to it enough, huh?
I don't know. That's screaming in my ear.
Were you turned on? I wasn't turned on when I got it. I was like, woo! It was awesome.
like Ric Flair coming in.
That is a little bit like we had
I know.
Randy. We had Randy Macho Man Savage on earlier, and I understand Hulk Hogan was at the auction on Saturday.
Was he? Yeah.
Yep, and we didn't go see him. Hey, this is American Car Classics radio program. We're going to get right back into it because we got a lot going on, and we're going to talk really fast and stuff. But just try to hang on. All right.
He talks really
That's
fast.
just Kenny.
The rest of us are kind of mellow.
Yeah.
All right. 4 Chevelles. 1970 Chevelle
A lot of Chevelles.
SS.
Yeah.
This was item number U65. Mike came in at $65,000. Todd came in at $45,000.
Oh, we were all soft.
Steve
Well, like
said
100.
Steve said
Look at that door.
And
52,800.
dude, I seen
And
this Chevelle.
Kenny saw
I
said
looked at this
49.
Chevelle.
Tell me what you saw.
That thing had more orange peel than a pink freaking grapefruit, bro.
You can see it in the door in the
paint
picture.
job was horrible. The overall condition of the car, not too bad, but the paint job was.
What do we
like
think it
six-
sold for? Everybody's seeing it. Mike was the winner at
145.
65.
Oh, 65. What itself? 82. Wow.
82.
Yeah, it's a 70.
Yeah.
Look at Mike.
So-
It's
That
a
does-
70.
it's a
but
freaking
dude, if
70.
you would have took that car and put
Look
a
at that
good
picture.
paint job, it would have freaking bang bang.
But somebody bought it, which means they walked the car, Todd. They saw it.
Yeah,
They
but you
said,
know,
"There's no
Because
I've
people are
seen
stupid.
I've seen people bid from the stands without even looking at the cars.
Yeah, people
I
are
just
stupid,
don't get it.
dude.
I don't get that. All right, 1970 Chevelle SS. This is lot number U67-1. Mike came in at $105,000.
that was a nice car.
Yeah.
That was the one they backed in.
It's a
up there. You could
455
hear the
cubic
front end
inch.
a little bit, but
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was a nice. It was
Yeah,
nice
it's a 450 horse big block, 4-speed.
Yeah.
Todd was in at 102. Steve came in at 125, and I came in at 80. And Tom was here, and he said 90, and it sold for 71.5.
Wow.
Is
So how is
crazy.
this a nicer car, and it was 10 grand less?
It was much nicer than the green one.
Yeah.
Same day, same hour.
Well, which engine did the green one have in it?
It had a 350. Oh, it had 396, 375, 396.
Oh, so it had the
This car is in way better
402.
shape.
Right.
This car
402,
smoked a little
yeah.
bit and had a little lifter noise, but it was much better
So the
shape.
402 was actually a good motor.
Yeah.
It was a
that was an
396 430 over.
LS6 though,
That was a 454, the last one.
but it was an LS6.
Yeah, it was a 454,
So,
450
I mean,
horse.
the LS6.
LS6
was-
should have sold more.
should've
Much
sold
more.
for a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's
the-
why everybody was in the 100,000.
That car was nice, but when we heard that thing running, man, that thing had a lifter tick. The thing was
Yeah.
smoking, belts was
Yeah.
squealing, front end
So
was knocking.
someone
Right.
probably did their, maybe people did their research.
Right.
I don't think there was a lot of money at Mecum this year.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
think there was a
saying.
lot of money at Mecum this year.
There was a lot of bid goes on
A
cars.
lot of bid goes
Yeah.
on.
600 plus. they said.
600 plus, yeah.
Well, we can thank Joe Biden.
Wow. We
Oh, yeah.
can thank Joe Biden for that.
Yeah, you got to look at it. A lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people who have the money to buy the cars are not spending the money like they used to.
Well, because they're buying gold.
And then a lot of people, exactly, they are. And a lot of people that have to finance a car are not financing it
That's right.
because the interest rates are stupid.
I was going to save this for later, but back here, I actually have a classified document from Joe's.
Joe?
Yep, from Joe Biden's house.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Are we
Well, there's
gonna-
no
What,
log.
blow out the back
Black
of his
helicopters chasing us around after this episode.
1971 Chevelle
Saw that.
SS U73.1. This was Mike at 45, Todd at 70, Steve at 57.5.
This car was pretty nice.
Tom was at
Yeah, it wasn't.
75,000, and I was at 55, and it sold for 59. 59, but it's 71.
Yeah.
But that car was nice. That car was nicer than the other two.
It is nicer.
Yeah.
The paint on this car is better than the other two.
And I don't think color has a lot to do with it. You know,
No,
what
it
I mean?
has to do with year. I mean, it's
Eh,
71. It's
yellow.
not
It
a
has a lot
70.
to do with the year.
Yellow takes a special folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a BOP.
Especially that yellow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
bright.
It
Listen, I
looked
would
like a
drive.
rolling banana.
Listen, I would drive the shit out of that car. I don't give a shit.
I would,
I would
drive the
too.
car too, yeah.
I put on my Fruit Loop hat and just go for it.
Lot number U11771 Chevelle convertible. This was a 462 cubic inch 5-speed painted Ferrari red with a black and white interior. It has a lot of highlights. So Mike came in soft, 65. Todd came in softer at 55. Steve came in at 70, and I came in at 82, and Tom came in at 60.
And what it sell for?
$74,000. Now I'm going to go back to that $82,000 nasty painted.
Green one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it.
71. 70 is the
But
most
look at the
desired
money
car.
put in. Look at the 30 features, highlights.
Yeah, well, it's a
give a
71. It's not a 70.
And it's a convertible.
Oh my god!
It's a convertible. I won't
Yeah.
own a convertible.
yeah.
Yeah.
That only got the money because it was a convertible. Otherwise, it probably would have been less than that.
Listen, we're sitting on some 14 Garrett cold cars. I'm looking at one.
14 Garrett Cold.
Yeah, 14 karat gold, buddy, sitting right over there.
Yes,
Right?
we are.
Hottest car on the market right now.
That's
Yeah.
it. It
Can we?
is.
Can we?
For how long? Who knows?
Bryce, you said you had a little something that you wanted to educate us with. Let's
Oh,
start.
it wasn't. It's
2
not
years
going to
running
educate
now.
you guys, but I've
2
been
years running.
I've been looking at the C4 Corvettes because that's the most affordable one.
Yeah.
And in this auction, there was a C5 that went for the same price, and it was a collector's edition. And so now I'm going to be looking at C5s.
There you go.
There you go. Upgrade already.
Yes. Yeah.
I
so
think
apparently those
if he
came
goes
out.
asking for a raise, everybody just vote no.
Have you gotten in one?
Right.
Yeah, I've sat in it before.
You got no problem getting in and out?
There's some low ass cars.
I can get low, man. I keep myself limber.
He's a young guy, man. We're old.
Hey, Bryce is 40.
He's young, dude.
He's the new 40. That's right.
I identify as 40.
I know you
Yeah.
do. I know. He also identifies as a sovereign citizen, but
Right.
we're not. That's another political show that we don't do.
No, I don't do that shit.
Can you turn on your gimbal and pan around
I-
to
I identify
what we
as
walked into today
a chair.
as a chair?
What the hell is
What
that?
the hell is? What's that pink
Look at
thing?
this thing here.
That, don't show the recorder panel. No. What is this, Todd? Talk to us about what we walked into the House of Byron today.
That's a 1950 Buick Roadmaster convertible.
Look at that thing.
So
Yeah.
Hey, I think you're missing a few things.
Yeah, it's missing.
Yeah,
Where's the rubber things?
Bryce.
All the chrome.
Oh, the tires.
I'm going to ask Bryce to pan around and go up to the upper side of the lift behind us and show the drivetrain that this car came on. I know I'm asking you to do a lot. This car came in, Todd, to you 3 years ago,
Yeah,
and it was cherry.
it was.
It was an
beautiful.
award-winning car show entered. Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
So what are you saying? Todd ruined it?
Yeah.
I'm saying,
No, I'm giving the guy what he wants. It's just taking me a little while.
This is
We
a
have
customer.
little hiatus.
but
And
he,
if anybody wants that chassis right there, y'all seen,
for
it is
sale.
it
for
is for
sale.
sale. That's right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to this? Tell us what you've done and where you're going with it.
All right. Well, it's on an Art Morse chassis. And we're doing an LT4 supercharged with an 8-speed automatic. Wow. It's going to look all original, with all the, the features to it. The stance is definitely going to be,
Altered.
altered.
It's crunked,
Right.
but
And,
the wheels.
The wheels are actually what are they, 20s? I think
20s.
they are. And but we're going to put the factory hubcaps on them.
Right. You've had some made special, or they just fit into these.
We're make them fit.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that when you got original looking wheels, but 5 inches larger, or even 6 inches back
Yeah.
then, that you were going to have those hubcaps made to fit a 20-inch wheel.
Right.
And they're gonna, but so will the wheel be white on the inside to make it look like a white wall and just have a black tire?
No, I don't think so. No, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to do with the wheels right now as of color wise. I know that the owners decided that he wants it black. So
Wow.
it'll be black. So that means it's got to be really straight and all the lines got to be right.
See if you get the inside, Bryce, with the
Black is the hardest
with the
color,
frame
Todd.
that's
right?
underneath that thing.
Black is hard. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you because you got.
I'm really excited to get back on it because honestly, we haven't touched this car in a year.
Well, when you came in, I had your studio doors open, and you came in, and you just started smiling because there she was, pulled right up against the door.
Yeah.
So I know you.
I really
you got a-
like the car, and and I really feel bad that I haven't been able to touch it in the last year much at all.
Look, life grabs us, man. We're all
Well,
busy.
it's just busy, and
Yeah.
now I'm kind of handing it all over to my boy here, Steve. So
Fuck.
he's
These people ought to be
Well-
happy though because they're going to get
well,
some
yeah.
focus out of you.
Well, yeah, and they're going to be in a the collision people are going to still have a great place to go to get their collision stuff done. I'm going to be able to get these
Absolutely.
cars built.
Yeah.
And that place over there is freaking nutso, man.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Steve's
We got
like,
cars triple parked, quadruple parked.
What season? Season's
yeah,
in.
it don't matter. It's always season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had a
Yep.
salute.
To my little haters that always drive by and watch everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 times a
Reading
day.
Yeah, you can
bitch.
hate
100
all
times
you
a
want,
day.
but I'm going to tell you right now, this boy's going to be making some bank.
That's
it's
good.
And it's not really about the bank; it's about the business.
It is.
Right.
Now look, now we could go back 5 years, 6 years when you counted down 87, 22,
Yeah.
5, and there could be a little bit of that, pleasure involved. But at the end of the day, we all sleep good because we have a great conscience. We work hard. We bid and bill fairly, and we put out a product that we're proud of at the end of the day, we hope, So I don't think that there's a big problem with, profit's not a dirty word as long as it's not followed by rape.
Yeah, and it's about what you love to do,
It is about what you love to do. And Steve's young and he's got hustle.
Yeah, no, he's going to have a good team behind him.
You got some new people
Yeah, you got
coming
some
in.
new people, right?
coming in there. and,
Chris, he's your new,
Yep, mechanic guy, and then
Right.
we got a body shop estimator coming in. We
Yeah.
got another body guy coming in, and
yeah, Paulie's
Paulie's coming back.
Yeah.
guess I'm not that bad of a guy to work for, huh?
Right.
There you go.
So you're going to have to develop a new happy dance because Todd and Paul and Brian had a happy dance, and it was fun to watch. It was like the Sandhill Cranes when they do their little thing. And
Oh, we're going to do some happy dancing.
all right, all right. That's all I wanted to hear. Commitment for some happy
Gonna be
dancing.
A lot of shots to make that
All right,
happen.
so
Yeah.
Mecum is coming to Las Vegas in January, the 24th to 28th. They're going to have 2,000 motorcycles. This is the American Pickers. Mike, what's his name?
Mike Wolf.
Mike Wolf is bringing 70 bikes from his own collection.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's a
kid.
big bike guy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But
Yeah.
he
Yeah, Todd.
Trip to Vegas? I'm sure everyone needs some time off by then.
When is that?
That's coming up on the 24th and 28th. Julie, I'm sorry,
Are
baby.
you serious?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, it's
dead
Oh, I
coming
need
up.
to look.
That's like
look
next
at the
week.
lots. 2,000
Yeah.
motorcycles.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
in Vegas.
Wow.
They're going to be some Evil Knievel riding
that's
mofos. And speaking of Evil Knievel, man,
Robbie Knievel.
Yeah,
we
what
lost
happened, bro?
pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, cancer.
No kidding.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's
So rest in peace, Robbie. We
Another legend.
yeah, another one, man. I knew Evil from Seminole, Florida. He used to come and get some work done on his cars. I'll tell you a story off air about a chick that.
Don't even go there.
Next subject.
He was 80-some years old. It was still,
Don't
she
even
was still
go there.
starstruck.
Don't
So
even go there.
Next subject.
Mecum gets back to the classic car selling on March 28th through April 1st. They're going to sell 2,000 cars, and I don't know.
Where is that?
I forgot to write it down.
So I had a
I
question.
think it's Glendale. I think it's Glendale.
I had
Yeah, I
a
think
viewer
it is.
question
Go ahead.
from one of our newest listeners, Ed, who was at the bar, and
Hi, Ed.
we were wondering,
What's up, Ed?
is the first day of Mecum a really good day to get a bargain?
I'd say yes.
But they sell a lot of Mercedes and Toyotas and
Right.
Hondas and whatever stuff. So it's a good day to buy an RV or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to import. But yeah, you get some good buys on the first 2 days, actually, Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, see, on this, I would say, in my opinion, would
Sunday, the last day.
yeah. Well, we tried
The
that.
second weekend.
Right. The first week, I would. It depends, I guess, how big the auction is. Because like this one, I think it was just too
It's
big.
just too many. Yeah.
And I think I wish I would have went the second weekend, and me and Tom Gore actually talked about that. So I would do the pre-selection and do your homework before you try to go.
The only other longest auction is 7 days, and that's at Dallas.
Right. And there's a lot of good buys in Dallas when Mecum goes through
Right.
it, too.
If they
3,000,
get
3,500 cars.
Yeah.
if they get bigger
How many?
next year,
3,000 to 3,500.
it's going to be pure chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they get bigger, I almost don't think it's going to behoove them to get any bigger than this.
I think they're going to do a limit to next year. Because like when I was in there with the whole catastrophe of the stupid VIN number not being on the stupid paperwork, man, people were still coming in arguing about stuff. Well, how many more cars? And the guy was in the back. No more cars. We're done. And people were trying to argue with them. Well, you were taking cars yesterday, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I just want to get my stuff and go.
Get
Right.
out of here.
But yeah, they were a lot of no more cars. No more cars.
Yeah.
Well, we
Just,
asked-
they kept on bringing them in.
We asked John. We said, "Where's it? Where's the end?" He says, "There is none."
Yeah.
But there has to be. There has to be somebody calling the line.
Yeah, because Sunday when we were there, they were zipping through those cars quick.
Oh,
Yeah, they
fast.
were.
Right?
It was almost
28 seconds a car.
it was 4,300 cars. I think they ended up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty close.
And
a lot.
600 went to the bid goes on line.
600. So
Yeah.
what is that percentage-wise, Bryce? Did you go to college?
Sure,
Is that-
but
is that-
Bryce.
Is that? Yeah, I was going to say around 15%. So, man, it's a lot though. I think that's more than normal. And we don't think the money was made, and we think that next January's auction is going to be worse.
Yeah, but see, we also were counting the cars. We've seen a lot of cars repeat.
Yeah.
We've seen a bunch of split bumpers, a lot of the Corvettes, some of the Camaros.
Run a second time?
No, they were all from last year. That stupid orange
yeah.
piece of
Oh,
shit from
yes.
Texas was there again.
Oh, was it again?
Yeah, the two silver Stingray Vets, the split bumper Camaros.
Okay.
There's a lot of cars I've seen. Every time I've gone, those cars have been there.
Well, I gave you a piece of paper, Mike, that had a Corvette on it. Where's that?
Right here.
Okay, we'll get a break real soon.
Yeah.
This piece of paper that I gave to Mike, when we come back, we're going to talk about it. I've been told we need to
Start
take a break
sneaking.
from a higher power.
We ain't
So
got no time for
listen to Greg on your way out. We'll be right back.
Ain't got no time for Brian Cayuse.
If you're feeling sad and you're feeling blue, don't you dare take it out on me. If you're sitting around, you got nothing to do, shake a leg, come along with me. You take one step, you take two steps, you take three, and get on up.
Down south, Alligator Alley, lives a chick named Sleazy Sally. Hey, that's Greg Billings of the Stranger Band. We appreciate him so much for letting us jam out to his stuff every time we come on and go off and come on and go off. It's like My favorite part of the show. So we are the American Car Classics radio program, and I appreciate everybody coming out. Steve, you showed up late because you're working hard. Mike, you went to the doctor's today. Todd, I called you during the day, and you said, man, I'm busier than before all this shit happened. And that pretty much explains our day.
I just don't know. I look at my phone, and I see all these text messages from you guys. I'm like, don't you guys fucking work?
Yeah, I saw that text.
You're the one
Does
that
anybody
told
work?
Bryce that there was a golf cart for sale. Hey, Todd has a golf cart for sale if you're interested. It's
Yeah, but that
$4,000,
wasn't
got
even
brand new
that,
batteries.
dude. You
It wasn't
guys
just
had all.
that.
You guys had like 5 different conversations going on.
Hey,
I'm not really sure what you were looking at because I think there was
I
a
don't
total of
either.
5
I think there was,
text
that's
messages.
it, right?
what? There way more than 5.
It was way more than 5.
There was 5 before
That made me
11.
bring up
Yeah,
my-
but then it starts at like 6 a.m. and it goes,
Well,
way
that's
past
me.
midnight.
That's
I mean,
me.
come
Yeah.
on.
What the
now.
hell?
I'm the early riser.
Listen, they got
I hope
some-
you don't leave your ringer
I don't
on
look
at
at my
night, Mike.
phone every.
They got some of the biggest clipboards they've ever seen. I didn't think they made clipboards in 5 feet long.
Who's they?
Him.
Oh,
So we got clipboards in the office now. They're like, this one's yours, this one's yours. And it's like, you look and it's like, what the?
Who carries the clipboard?
because everything they do is contractual.
No, they're like the little, you put the clipboards in them, the organization board.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
them
the
things are
organizer,
loud.
right?
5 feet long.
Yeah.
And he's
Okay.
like, I think we need another one. I'm like, huh?
Well, that board. Remember how that board, and then they started another board that was for after
Oh, no,
that.
no, that doesn't even count the boards.
Yeah, we ain't even using that.
Just
board.
get a whiteboard.
All right,
Huh?
when we went to break,
We got a
Get a
whiteboard.
big whiteboard.
Well, we
Put
got
it-
one. It's just we're not even using it right now. 'Cause
I didn't get to tell Bryce
I ain't
about
got
this.
time to write
But
on
when
that.
we went to break, we were going to talk about this
New guy
electric.
can.
Chevrolet announces the hybrid Corvette E-Ray.
Ain't nobody want to talk about no hybrid crap.
There we go.
All right.
Problem
When I
Take a
saw that-
hybrid. I'll take a hybrid over an EV any day, though. At least it still runs on gas.
What's
Yeah,
an EV?
it's an electric.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about them neither.
All right.
They're going to blow up in your house.
Mike, this is our last segment. You want to do a little bit talking about
I don't know what
cars?
do you got.
Hey, how's the weather going to be?
Oh, weather's going to be beautiful this
what happened to
weekend.
TikTok?
Looking
History
right here,
and
Mike.
shit.
Look right here.
Yeah, we don't
Make
have
love
tech-
to this camera.
Listen, we don't have tech talk anymore.
We don't
I
have
like
a history. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I have a lot of that. I have all that right here.
But we never get to it.
Because we talk too much.
Well, then,
That's you, not us. No, we don't talk too much. Kenny talks too much. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got somebody in his pocket again. What do
We
you
got a
got?
wee-wee in his pocket.
Travis Pastrana is looking to qualify for the Daytona 500 this year.
Oh, he's going to try again?
What?
Yeah, Travis Pastrana is going to try and qualify for the Daytona 500 this year. He has signed with Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin at the 23. What is that? 2311 or 23XI? How do you say that? It's
I
2311.
would say 2311.
Yeah, that's what I would say, which is Michael Jordan's number and Denny Hamlin's
Yeah.
number. So 2311 racing, and he's going to try and qualify. So that's
So
a little,
for me and all the other 5 people who don't know who that is, I've
Michael
heard the
Jordan?
name, but I can't remember
okay.
what.
If you don't know who
discipline-
Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are, tune into something else.
not
No,
Michael
no,
Jordan,
right
and
now, I'm
Denny-
talking about
I'm
Travis.
talking about Travis Pastrana. He was a motorcycle
Motocross.
For
guy?
those of you who
Motocross,
don't
yeah.
know who Travis Pastrana was, please
should-
go to
He
Knitting
needs to
101.
stay with. He should stay with motocross.
You tuned into us for the wrong damn reason. You misunderstood what we were doing here.
Well, then I also saw that the actor's going to be in the ARCA series. Was it Frankie Muniz?
yeah, Frankie's been racing for a long
For
time.
a long time. Yeah, now, so now he's being
Yeah.
sponsored in NASCAR.
It's like Paul Newman.
Right.
You know?
Well,
Yeah.
it's like Brian Johnson. He runs the historical series.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is going to be actually NASCAR.
This is right.
He's qualifying for Daytona.
Right.
Oh, hey.
Well, he's
Little
been
Frankie
racing.
Muniz,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's a little guy, but the drivers, they love light guys, man, because
Yeah, but they're
add
also
weight
all
to the
little.
car.
The
Yeah.
tallest guy I seen was Michael Waltrip.
Michael, yeah.
Yeah, and you remember when he wrecked the car, he
That
couldn't get
30
out? That's when they came up with the roof flap to get people out. Man,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
But the one that I remember was when he split that at Darlington. He went in and hit that,
hit
where
that
they exit.
pit
It
wall,
was
yeah.
a
Pit
30
wall, yeah.
Pennzoil car and split him in two, and he just walked out through the firewall.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
He's lucky.
yeah.
he was doing one of those.
I
Yeah,
had
you
a-
see something that horrific, and him just walk out. Then you've seen Earnhardt's crash. Earnhardt's crash
No.
did not look that like as bad as it was. You know
The
what I'm
problem
saying?
with that was G's and G forces and
Open face
and when
helmet.
he hit the wall, he
Yep.
came in at 10 negative G's and there was no rebound. The car stuck to the wall and stayed high. But what killed him was a basal skull fracture because he had an open helmet. He bent the steering wheel, his seatbelt loosened, or he took it apart, or it chafed, or whatever it did.
Right. He was ready to celebrate.
Yeah.
He was,
Last corner.
well, he was blocking 49 rednecks from $1
From
million.
getting past. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Listen, I seen that car. That car was like 3.5 to 4 inches shorter.
Oh,
That thing buckled.
Yeah.
It was a lot harder hit than when you levered.
Yeah, I mean, when
Yeah.
you looked at it on the screen, it didn't look
No.
like he hit that
Yeah.
hard.
No.
but yeah.
Yeah.
The roof thing
Yeah.
in that car in the middle of that
Buckled.
car was crumpled.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and of course, the result is we have the Hans device now, and so
We do,
guys that have that same
and
kind of-
nobody's died since that.
Yeah.
And I hate that it took something like that to get everybody into check, but it does. It
But
does.
they still, to this day, look at the Ryan Newman bar.
Absolutely.
That saved his life in the Daytona crash. And then
Absolutely.
look what happened. They put the double bar with another bar because he got hit in the roof again.
That's right.
Ryan Newman twice for the
You
Ryan Newman
keep
bar.
improving what you don't know, and you think what can happen next, and you don't know because it's racing.
And
Yeah,
then
I mean, the cars are definitely safer now than they
Well,
were
but
back then.
but now the Gen 3 is catching on fire. The foam inside
rubber
the
buildup and
doors
stuff, yeah.
and rubber buildup, and it's getting too hot. And they've got a lot of little issues like this that are going on because guys are getting poisoned with the smoke now. Instead of just being a toxic, it's a carbon fiber smoke, which will kill
yeah.
you.
Go back
So-
to the original ways where you
It's-
opened up the door to get into the nest.
Yeah.
It's funny, though. You hear all the ECU failures. Oh, shut it off. Reboot it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like Todd has never seen another race again. It's just one of those things. And he used to take the camper out with the big lift on the top and everything. And it's just, for a lot of guys, it ain't the same.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm still always going to remember, though, the Ross Chastain move. I practiced it on the simulator, and then when I interviewed him, I think it was Kyle Petty that interviewed him and says, how did you make it work and nobody else? And he says, if you watch Carl Edwards with the way he hit the wall, they all come down as fast as they can and then slam the wall. He says, got to ride the wall, so
Ride
it's
the
not
wall
a
in.
hard hit. And he says, I put it in fifth gear and did this.
That's it.
Yep.
Well done.
And I went as
Yep.
close as I could to the wall so it wasn't a hard hit.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it still makes you smile today, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
I still think of the Joey Logano. Did you see that shit?
Yeah,
did
Did you
you?
see that shit?
I love
And
it.
he's just laughing the high pitched voice. He's like, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And he was laughing about it. He got beat.
Well, his
Yeah.
spot was already locked in for the championship. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Now Denny Hamlin, who he passed at the checkers and wasn't made into the finals, he wasn't as happy.
Yeah, there is a little. You can't talk about that one on the radio. There's a lot of beeping, cursing.
Yeah.
But he didn't win.
Yeah. So the weather this weekend is going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful this weekend.
What kind of cars are going to be out?
What do you mean cars? There's going to be a lot of cars out. Everybody's
Yeah.
going to be
I mean,
driving
have you
all
been
over
on the
place.
highway
Yeah.
lately?
It was just
Do you
a
drive
segue. It
in
was
Florida around this time of year?
There's
was
going
a
to be
lead-in,
domestic,
man.
foreign.
Oh, yeah. What do you got? What do you got? What's your lead-in? What
No,
cars
that
are gonna be
that was my lead-in for you to talk about car
Oh,
shows.
car shows.
Bryce,
That's-
Bryce, help me
There
out,
you go.
Bryce. Help.
This Saturday, there's a Cool and Classic car show presented by Tradition and No Name Car Club. Saturday, January 21st, from 3 to 8 at 10708 Southwest Tradition Square in Port St. Lucie, from 11 to 2:30.
All right.
And they're going to have entertainment by Shaboom. I guess that's a
Boom, boom.
50s thing. Then next Saturday, CW Willis Family Farms is having a classic car show, right?
Yeah, it's 28th.
The 29th.
Oh, that's on. No, it's
Saturday, January 29th. I got the flyer right in front of me.
but the 29th is Barefoot Bay.
I know. Well,
That's Saturday the 28th.
well, then they got the
Same
date
day
wrong.
competition.
So it's probably Saturday, January 28th.
Yeah.
And then we got, and that's from 11 to 3. CW Willis Farms right over here. Was it on 9th Street?
Oslo.
Oslo
Slow road.
Oslo Road
I
here.
think we'll all be there. We were there last year.
Unless you're going to the River Ranch, which is also next weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. Then you got Sunday, January 29th from 11 to 3, Barefoot by the Lake car show, 625 Barefoot Boulevard in Barefoot Bay.
Hey, I have
ahead.
some details on that because it's not actually at the 625 address. It's under those oak trees.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, by the big pond.
By the
Yeah,
lake.
but anyone who
Yeah.
drives in,
Right.
see,
As you
that's
drive
the first
in,
thing
you'll
you'll
see
see.
it.
Well, we're working really hard to finish up that 1968 C10 for Don and Kathy Beers. They live in Barefoot Bay, and they really, really want that truck there. So, man, we were busting nuts to try to get this thing done.
Well, you better get it done, dude.
Yeah, Saturday,
More
February.
work. Let's talk.
Put the phone down and get to work. As he
That's what
always
I'm
says.
saying.
Saturday,
Quit
February,
texting.
February 4th from 3 to 6, 190-day drive in Sebastian, Winter Festival 2023.
All right.
They're having a car show at the church.
All right.
Food, inflatable games. Inflatables games. Bring a chair. Join us for the sun
Unbelievable game.
with the Penny Creek Band. So
Okay.
I guess that's going to
Not
be
dolls.
like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
The truck stop, TA truck stop, every month, the third Monday of every month from 5 to 8, I-95 and exit 147.
Yeah.
You'll go to that.
It's Highway 512.
Then the
mean,
big show in Sebastian, the 19th annual Sebastian Elks Car and Truck Show, February
Yeah.
19th from 11 to 3. There's usually 300 cars there. 731 South Fleming Street in Sebastian. That'll be fun.
The Caranos have a hold on a certain area of the Elks show.
Well, we got the whole Sebastian Muscle car covers
Yes,
the whole right
whole
side
front.
of the parking
I
lot.
love that.
Yeah, there's usually about 50 of us.
Wow, that's the strongest showing.
Is that
But
the
it's
one
in
the guy
Sebastian.
stopped and asked us about?
Yeah.
Man, I hate doing that.
So that's going to be at Sebastian.
Yeah, I didn't get to go that last year. That's the
How many? What do you
week
got?
that my dad passed.
How many more minutes you got?
We were going to wrap it up in the next
what?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. You got quick tech?
3 minutes, yeah.
I don't have any tech talks.
So you're lying to us.
No, I didn't say I had tech talk. I said I had news. I said,
Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
So,
You got 3 minutes.
So I have Vintage Auto Garage put out a story. Well, put out a little news article about the 6 most common vintage car problems. So this is kind of a tech talk kind of thing because
Go ahead.
techie, and we're talking
What is
about it.
I looked up. Don't look up. Go ahead. What do you got?
Oh man, I wish that gimbal was on at your feet.
There's
brother.
doing a little dancing going on.
So
It
number
could be.
one, they mentioned engine wear, engine knocks, and valve noises is a big problem in classic vintage cars. Buying them, not knowing what you're looking for going on. He said that one car had a bunch of stuff going on from it. Number 2 was overheating, clogged radiators, and open coolant ports were being clogged. So
Car's just sitting.
just
It's no good.
yeah,
People,
We got a car in the shop. You can take the fan and clunk, 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 and
the water pump bearing.
it's the motor itself.
Oh, it's turning. It's turning.
No, like you can grab the fan and it's like you can turn it this way and turn it this way before it moves the crankshaft. The timer chain's so slop wore out.
And that's not good. Number 3 was brakes, worn wheel cylinders, and pedal fade. Pedal fade it goes with wheel cylinders that are leaking or a hydraulic loss of pressure.
Bad master cylinder.
Yeah, hoses. Yeah.
Weak foot.
Yep. Brake calipers exploding.
Be
short
excited.
leg-
Be excited.
Short legs.
Show me you're excited.
What's that, man?
He's ready to go.
Number 4, electrical issues, chafed wires, poor splices, also including ignition, electrical issues like a worn out distributor parts.
Cam gears, the bushings, all that.
Yeah, so on this one we're doing for Don Beers, we went and bought brass, which is meant for roller motors, and I really didn't know that beforehand. So we went with brass gear on the distributor. Number 5, wheel damage or tire bubbling, dry rotted tires that have been sitting and are flat spotted.
Yeah.
And number 6 was paint damage, poor body work from previous repair work.
That happens.
Yep. All the time.
You talk about tires. That's what happened to the AMX. We had the AMX out for a photo shoot, and the rear tire steel belts blew up
At the photo shoot?
at the photo shoot.
After the drive there.
After the drive, they had to tow it home because the tire expanded. Wouldn't even. I thought the rear end came out,
Oh.
and it ended up being the tire. The one rear tire was twice the size as the other tire because the steel
You
belts.
couldn't feel it in your seat doing the
No, I
whole
was
roll?
riding fine. Then all of a sudden, boom!
Was Kimberly there?
Yeah, she was.
Did it freak her out?
Yeah, car locked up.
We had a spare tire in my mom's car that did that when I was younger. And then my Camaro did that too.
In the car or on the car?
In the trunk. Yep. And then my Camaro did it years ago in the garage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the car was at a photo shoot and down by the water and just blew out. Yep,
Wow.
we're done.
All right. Well,
Play the music.
Yeah, he's going to play some music, and we're going to talk about how unhappy we are to leave this situation. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for working hard and getting here. Y'all stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have some more of this stuff. It's
see you
good,
next
right?
There
Why
we go.
not?
We're
Yeah.
out of here.